And now our tale of the tape for this lightweight fight. All right, to get us started with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Daryu쉬. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Isllam Ma카체프.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
All right, round getting underway, and we take a look at the Combat Sambo World Champion and UFC lightweight contender, Isllam Ma카chev. What will he do in this fight? Well, oftentimes he does whatever he wants to do. Certainly he can impose his will on the ground, where his game is just so nuanced when it comes to the throws and the trips and the manipulation of joints and everything else. But on the feet, in a kickboxing setting, this man has proven elite as well. A true 5-tool player who many believe by year's end could just be the king of the lightweight division. Oh, and he moves into half guard. The guard pass is starting to pile up.
Right away, he takes the far side underhook. Look for damage from the top to come now.
Daryush's pass attempt denied.
And there you go, again, half guard.
All right, working inside the closed guard now. This is no safe place against this opponent. All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guard. And you can't have one arm in, one arm out. Guys will start throwing up legs, chasing triangles.
Oh, reverses the position there. Nice transition by Isllam Ma카chev. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Isllam Ma카chev. Oh, another strike lands from the top. Oh, great ground strike there, and now blood is a factor.
Like that.
Work your elbow.
Massive shot lands. It's over, John. Fight's done.
All right, feet on the hips here. Daryu쉬 is trying to lock up on a submission now. Oh, that gilly is tight. Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense. Another strike lands to that swollen area. The end swell would come in handy right now.
20 seconds to go.
Nice shots landing from the top position.
Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round 1. All right, there's the horn signifying the end of the round, and he heads back to the stool, and hopefully he can stay in this fight, because that is a severe cut that he's dealing with right now.
You have to protect yourself. Let's get this fight to...
All right, back to the stools we go, and it's starting to look like a second mouth on his cheek.
Yeah, it looks terrible. I mean, the guy is getting hit with big shots. One big enough to open up a nasty cut on his cheek. While it's in a better spot, it still is very difficult to deal with.
Like, if he absorbs another strike on that cheek, he might actually be able to eat through that cut on his cheek. I'm just saying.
He's got a big mouth.
All right, let's get to round 2. All right, DC, perhaps this will be the round in which the wrestler actually goes for a takedown. He's not even feinting shots thus far.
It's crazy because the takedown set up the striking. He is limiting himself in his approach because he's not using a skill that he's become known for.
And he blocks the shot there. Beautiful straight counter.
And everything's landing with so much power.
Well, he's been good tonight, but he missed with that one.
He gets to the single collar tie. Look for him to now start to find uppercuts up the middle to try to do damage to his opponent.
Pretty significant welt to the left side. Attempting an armbar here.
What a tight armbar.
Oh, looked pretty tight, but he gives up on the submission. Takes his back now. And we have passed the midpoint of the fight. Makachev's in half guard. Daryush's eye is now swollen shut. They could actually stop this fight right now, given how bad it is. Clearly the referee keeping a close eye on the fighter. Makachev getting work from the top here. He's got to do a better job to cover up. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. Daryush's cut on his cheek is nasty, leaky. That thing is leaking bad now. Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you've got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop it.
Got to defend. But you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
Round 3 next.
Hey, stop.
All right, the round is over. Gut check time for him now. You see the cut on his cheek has gotten really bad. And even though it's not affecting his vision, if it gets any worse, the doctor will be called in. And I can assure you, he's going to have no choice but to stop this fight.
You're not going to let him.
All right, they attend to the fighter on the stool. And I guess if you are going to be cut open, cheek ain't a bad place for it.
Yeah, it's the best spot, right? You never want to be cut. You never want to be bleeding. But if it's on the cheek, it's as good of a spot as it can be. But you still got to do something different, though, because even though the blood isn't going in your eye, every time you get hit there, it's horrible.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Head off the center line, slips the punch. Daryush now put on his back. Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Daryush. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Oh, the damage just continues to be inflicted. And with respect to the athletes, if this was a movie, I might just walk out. I don't need to see anymore.
I mean, I just don't need to see it. It's to a point now where it's getting a bit uncomfortable. You have a fighter who's clearly outmatched, and his corner will not save him. This is crazy.
Makachev's back in half guard.
Oh, right, it's a mount.
Let's go. I need you to posture and attack.
That was a slick transition.
Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. All right, so there it is again. He's been very efficient with his ground and pound striking game tonight.
And now they're starting to pile. He's starting to pile them together.
Daryush is trying to get a triangle here. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in. Oh, he's out.
Nice work, guys.
Well, defense doesn't always win championships in MMA, but how about the submission defense tonight, thwarting one attempt after the next?
Yeah, and the fact that he's just constantly under attack tells you he was very prepared for the type of fighter that he was in front of. He knew there would be some submissions coming his way. He was ready to defend them, and he has done that beautifully. Great defense by the defensive fighter. Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Islam Ma카체프. Well, we know you fans out there generally don't like premature stoppages, but I'm not sure this would be premature. I mean, his face is essentially shut closed at this point of the fight.
He's just been beat up. He's been outclassed. He's been outworked. He's been outsmarted. His opponent has just been better. He's been better in every aspect of fighting, and it's showing in all the swelling that is on his face.
All right, so as we await the judges' scorecards, DC will look back at his handiwork. He had it all going from a striking standpoint tonight.
Man, he did a great job. It was very entertaining to watch someone be in such a great state of flow, a great flow state in regards to the stand-up. He said that tonight we would be very impressed with his performance, and I am thoroughly impressed.
We'll see how the judges saw it. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 30-27. For the winner by unanimous decision, Islam Ma카체프.
All right, Buff, thank you very much. Pretty entertaining fight there between the wrestler and the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. You can't always take it out of the judge's hands, so if you do go to the cards, might as well be as dominant as that wrestler was here tonight.
Well, with no question. No